deck, I'm not so sure about. It really requires a critical mass of cards.
Well, I mean, it requires, you know, a dude, a giant growth, and an assault strobe. I mean, that can kill someone real fast.
Yeah, I mean, you can mulligan down low
like
and get there.
It looks like Michael may be mulliganing again.
Oh, that is not what he wants, especially because it seems like a pretty decent game 1 matchup for him. Like going down to 5 cards especially is going to hurt. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he looks a little dejected on screen. Not what he wanted to happen.
It's like, I'm playing my sweet little poison deck on camera, and look what's happening to me.
Yeah, playing a sweet poison deck. This is what always happens. There's always these sweet decks. You put them on camera, and then they mulligan to 5 twice and lose. And we feel like jerks because it's like, we made them lose, and they just never want to be under the camera again. Maybe we'll see if Michael can break that trend.
I mean, to be fair, Logan's last name is Mize, and how can you beat that? I mean, as a Magic player, would you really? It's like, I don't even understand.
All right, off to the races. Michael leads with a tap lands. Rootbound Crags.
It's like if your name was, LeBron Slam Dunk.
Robert Victory or something, right? Down comes Squadron Hawk for Logan Mize. Need to go hawking up for some friends.
Hawk is pretty important here, just to provide things that get in the way of Mike's infect creatures. And I think as soon as Mike plays, a creature, the jig is up. I don't think Logan will be attacking and getting letting those things come through.
I mean, as soon as you see Necropede or Glistener Elf, you know what's going on, right?
Like, wait a minute. Oh, it looks like Michael is stalled on 1 land.
However, it's possible you might never see those things. If you're Michael and you get off to just a start like this that you have no chance of, did you just concede at some point instead of showing many cards?
It's not an unreasonable perspective. I mean, I've definitely played games that I theoretically had a very small chance of winning, but I felt like conceding the game before I had revealed what I am playing gave me a higher value in the match.
Right. I mean, you can always theoretically win, but if you think your win percentage is 4% or less, like how much is that going to impact? All right, well, Glistener Elf comes down for Michael Wetmore.
Well, the cat's out of the bag now, or rather the elf is out of the bag, I suppose.
And there's an Oblivion Ring on the Glistener Elf. Logan Mize pulling no punches.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to lose a poison today, or any day.
Yeah. You played through 7 rounds. Isn't about to lose the poison around it.
This is not the modern Pro Tour where he could just be dead if the Glistener Elf hit him.
Blazing Soul, you're dead. Gideon Jura from Logan Mize versus Michael Wetmore's 1 land.
That's pretty hard for the Infect deck to beat.
Yeah, I think we got this one from Logan Mize's perspective.
Could be
Necropede.
All right, well,
putting up a valiant fight.
I mean, to be fair, there is still the chance that Logan just makes some crucial mistake and
like drawing an extra card.
Well, something. I was more thinking maybe attacking with Gideon and thinking that he was
Consecrated Sphinx.
Jeez.
Well, it gives him more opportunities to draw an extra card.
That's true.
Yeah, draws 2 cards from the Sphinx. Michael Wetmore just... Oh, man. Rough situation. And your opponent's board is Hawk, Sphinx, Gideon versus 2 lands Necropede.
I mean, it depends what his poison status is. When it is 0. Like, I'll attack. Gideon takes 1. Okay.
I accept your proposition. Would have been sick if his hand was like 4 mutagenic growths.
But then he would just kill Gideon.
Yeah, I mean,
that doesn't even do much.
You got to start somewhere, right? Every journey begins with a single step. Down comes Ichor Clawmere. And Ichor Clawmere gets Oblivion Rings. Oblivion Ring, activate Gideon, attack you for 12 Z's. Attack you for 11 Z's. Drops Michael Wetmore to 2 life.
He's got some mana open.
Alright, so Michael could have 4 mutagenic growths. On a
Two Apostles' Blessing and a Vines of the Vast One. And a land.
No, just one Apostles' Blessing.
Well, I mean, he may need to. Oh, I wonder if he could actually win here. He could actually win.
That'd be so insane.
He's at 2 life, so he can't.
Oh, he can't mute his aggro. Oh, never mind. Yeah, all right, never mind.
But if he has like land, groundswell, Apostles' Blessing.
No, land, groundswell, assault stroke, Apostles' Blessing.
Yeah,
that would do it, right? All right.
No,
well,
because he has to. Assuming Logan has nothing. So
I mean, Logan gave him theoretically a window. I'm pretty sure Logan decided to dismember, but Michael loses game 1 pretty quickly. And now they're off to their sideboards. If you're Logan Mize, you're bringing in Mental Misstep. You're bringing in Condemn. Bringing in Flasheries, maybe Timely Reinforcements.
Oh, I mean, Timely Reinforcements doesn't seem that good. It's only making guys. You're not taking damage. And Flash Freeze is okay.
Probably just the same effect as Mana Leak most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Except it can't stop an Apostle's Blessing, potentially.
It's true. Well, what do you want to cut from Logan Mize's deck? Do you want to cut the Timely Reinforcements?
I think Timely Reinforcements is pretty bad.
Do you want to cut Jace? Do you want to cut some of the higher drops?
I mean, I think you probably... The Consecrated Sphinxes seem okay, but not super important here. It seems like you're going to win the game just with getting dudes in the way of your opponent's poison creatures. I mean, tapping out for a Sphinx seems like, you've either already won the game or you're asking to die.
Yeah. It's probably just unnecessary. Like, some of your big higher drops probably aren't super necessary. Gideon seems like is where you really want to top out at.
Yeah.
How good do you think Phantasmal Image is here?
Image seems pretty marginal. It gives you a guy who can trade with your opponent's Ichor Claw Mirror. Maybe you want that. But
how about if you're Mike Wetmore? Let's see. We have Missteps to fight their Missteps if that's what you want to do. There are also Live Wire Lashes you could bring in.
I mean, I cannot say that I know how this deck side works.
You've played a red-green deck in your time.
This isn't really a red-green deck.
It's true.
It seems like Mental Misstep seems like a card that you may want here. Dismember seems like one of the weaker cards in the main deck. You're really, you can't really be fighting Squadron Hawk with Dismember very effectively. Although sometimes you only need to get through once. So.
Right. I mean, I think most of the time you just want to get through once. So maybe you just play to get through once.
But you have Apostle's Blessing for that.
Right. I mean, how good do you think Live Wire Lash is here?
Live Wire Lash is... I mean, it gives you a way to kill your opponent without having to attack, which is pretd good. It gives you a way to kill past a wall of Squadron Hawks, which seems relatively important.
Right. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, I'm not really sure on how you want to sideboard with this deck either. I'm not sure if you think there are going to be more removal spells. You want to cut down on cards like Assault Strobe, or if you just want to go all in. There's like two different routes you can take.
In particular, when you're fighting against, you're fighting against Mental Missteps with this sort of deck.
Right.
It seems pretty awkward because you're pretty much all in on a lot of your 1-cost spells as it is. So I don't really know what the sort of plan is here.
Yeah, I don't know. Mental Misstep seems disastrous for this deck. You get your Listener Elf Misstep, or you get just your Vines of the Vast One Misstep or something.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you may want Missteps to fight their Missteps. I don't even know. I mean, he didn't see Misstep out of Logan in game 1, so he doesn't know for sure that he has them or how many. So it's hard to fight their Misstep with your Misstep.
Huh. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'd love to see this red-green infected deck, do what it's supposed to do, though. I want to see this deck in action.
I mean, when it does what it's supposed to do, the opponent just dies pretty fast.
There's not much to see, but I'd like to see what happens,
Sure.
Let's find out.
So, I'm trying to figure out what Logan's hoodie says. It's kind of difficult. It's like split across his chest.
Not sure. Some brand.
All right, so it looks like
Aeropostale something or other.
Looks like we have Michael keeping his hand, and Logan is mulliganing to 6 cards so far.
This is what Michael wants to see this time. We'll see if Logan suffers a similar tragic fate.
At least gets to play the game.
But once again, the Cobblade deck is so good at recovering from its mulligans. I mean, you play a Squatter Hawk, and it's like you drew 3 cards.
Right. I mean, one of the reasons that Cobblade is such a powerful deck is it is capable of mulliganing aggressively for its key cards and can recover very well. It has a lot of land, so it doesn't need to worry about piecing together the land and spells that it needs quite as much. Preordain helps it sort out that issue as well. And Squadron Hawk, of course, it certainly takes the sting out of any mulligan.
All right, Logan keeps the 6,
and we're off.
Yeah. Turn 1, Rupan Crag, same play as last game. Let's see. It looks like Seachrome Coast Preordain for Logan Mize.
Is it a Smoldering Spires he played turn 1? Oh, it's a Rootbound Crag.
Yeah. And Michael goes for a turn 2. Here comes Ickerclaw Mirror. Now, that's a pretty difficult one to block with your Squadron Hawks. It doesn't work out the way you want it to.
It looks like Logan has, I think that's a Dismember on one side of his hand.
Passes the turn back to Michael. And I have no idea. I can't really see Michael's hand very well, so I don't know what kind of pump he has available to him. But regardless, you probably don't go for it when your opponent has 2 lands.
Their hand is, they have a bunch of cards in their hand. Their mana's open.
Alright, activates Inkmoth Nexus, attacks with both. Logan goes
2
up to
poison.
2 poison. Alright, doing it the old-fashioned way. And Condemn on the Inkmoth Nexus.
So he's not taking his 2 poison, he only takes the Singleton.
Also gets rid of one of Michael's lands.
Yes. Michael seems like it's pretty well set up to operate on low mana.
Yeah, oh for sure. Though if he wants to protect his combo, it can be a little harder if you're low.
Right. So, 1 poison. So Logan, I believe, is at 2 poison now.
Yep, sounds about right. And there's a Plague Mirror. Gets mana leaked. Probably not what Logan expected to do with his mana leaks today. But.
I mean, I generally put mana leak in my decks with, God, I really need an answer to Plague Mirror. How can I possibly stop a Plague Mirror?
You're a man who knows a little bit about infecting strategies, though. So
it's true.
Big champion of the blue-black infect archetype earlier in the year.
Until Dismember existed.
Right. Yeah. As soon as Dismember came out.
So what you're saying is no longer every deck can kill Phyrexian Crusader or Vat Mother or Skitherix, and it costs them nothing because I'm not dealing damage to them.
Really made.
I'll pass.
Really did a good job obsoleting their own cards.
Oh, interesting. So Logan apparently he condemned that Inkmoth Nexus after combat damage had resolved.
Okay.
So he was actually specifically playing around any sort of like pump vine sort of thing,
which makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Pretty good play actually. So activate Nexus, attack you for 2 poison. Logan goes up to 5. Logan's sitting on 5 poison.
And Michael is in a position where he can just not play a 4th land to actually activate that edge, which Logan sort of needs to stop his. That's a timely reinforcement. So he is sticking with the timely plan despite not actually gaining any life from it.
I mean, I think he Michael's at 21, so he actually does gain life. However, it's not likely to be relevant.
Sure. Yeah, he's a 20. What is he 21 from? Oh, the Condemned. That's funny.
He can pay for all of his members in the world.
Yeah.
Let's see what Michael can do. Michael probably is looking for a way to get past those timely.
And he does play his 4th land.
Alright, so he does play his 4th land, meaning that Evolve Nexus and Tectonic Edge
Can get edged.
can trade up if Logan wants to.
Can't really see his hand. I believe there's an Apostle's Blessing.
I saw an Assault Strobe. Alright, oh, I think he's got most things. Alright, he's gonna go for Apostle's Blessing first.
He's doing it now.
Interesting. Couldn't he have Into the Royal or Dismember?
Yeah, I mean this is sort of an awkward spot to be using a pro color spell.
I don't know. I kind of like. Why would you do that before casting your spells?
So you can't get dismembered in response to, say, is Assault Storbing it now?
What's the sorcery?
Well, but he hasn't played any pump effects.
Oh well, yeah. Or
Oh,
maybe
for some reason I think it was double its power, not double strike. Never mind.
All right, Groundswell. Mana Leaf. So now he just kind of wasted.
Yeah, I mean
his Apostle's Blessing.
Apostle's Blessing just didn't really do anything.
I think the situation is pretty different if you.
And he also, I mean, he used his color producing land instead of his Nexus. Like I don't know if he has another colored spell in his hand, but if he had used his Nexus to pay for his Apostle's Blessing, he potentially could have cast another spell there.
Yeah. Seems like, I mean, I think I just would have led on Groundswell, but.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you lead on Groundswell, he can respond with something that's killing your guy.
Yeah, I don't like that play by Michael Wetmore. And Logan is going to Tectonic Edge down Evolve Nexus.
Magic players and two-headed giants. We have 5 teams missing. We're waiting for you.
Down comes Celestial Colonnade. And so Logan's got 5 lands, one of which is a Colonnade.
He is at 6 poison, so I mean that is a potentially lethal Acre Clamere at nearly any time. Oh, there's tokens. I forgot about the tokens. Oh, that's why he led with Apostle's Blessing. He just wanted to get them by the tokens. I think that was what he was doing. But I think you still want to lead with your other spells first.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. All right, well, plays Gideon Jura, which is pretty bad for Michael Wetmore.
Yeah, Gideon is pretty tough for the Infect deck to punch through. As I have learned in my experiences playing Infect.
All right, so Glistener Elf and Necropede come down. Now, Logan does have Colonnade he can block with. He's got Gideon Jura, which can kill something or restrict us from damage or otherwise.
So it's sort of interesting here. I mean, what Michael needs to break through this Gideon is actually Livewire Lash.
Yeah, Lash would be incredible.
If you have Livewire Lash, you can actually just punch past Gideon without really any problem.
Yeah, if he has a Lash, it just takes 2 targets and Logan's dead. Lash seems excellent here. Activate Colonnade, attack.
So Colonnade comes in, hits him for 4.
Michael goes down to 15.
And Gideon soaking up however much poison you want to give him. The bane of creatures that do half damage to planeswalkers.
Good man, that Gideon. He's built up a immunity to Iocane Powder. He takes the poison rather well.
Yeah, seriously. So we have 3 poison creatures, again, piling on Gideon for little to no effect. And
4th poison creature.
Another one.
Which one is that?
I think that's the F&M Plague Mirror.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it'd have to be an F&M promo. Alright. Activates Colonnade again. Dropping Michael to 11. Gideon's going to go +2.
Basically, Logan's in a situation where his opponent is so hard pressed to ever kill Gideon that unless it's absolutely 100% clear that he's going to kill him with an attack with Gideon and Colonnade, that there's very little reason to do it.
Right.
He doesn't want to put himself possibly in a situation where he can get Giant Growth into oblivion.
Right. I don't know what's in Michael's hand. I don't know what options he has.
Nothing that stops Gideon, that's for sure.
Let's see. Michael thinking, how does it, he probably has some pump spells. The question is, does he want to burn some pump spells and kill Gideon? What's in Logan's hand?
Here they come. The army of insects. Nipping at our hero, Gideon Jura. I mean, he is a pretty heroic looking guy. You saw him in the that video.
Oh jeez, yeah, that guy is a hero. He sucks up all the damage rather nicely. See if Logan does the same thing again, starting with that Colonnade.
I mean, I can't imagine that he would really want to do anything else.
I mean, the only question is if he thinks Michael has some kind of burn in his deck and is worried about Gideon going down.
You rarely see burn out of an Infect deck. Is this a Dismember?
Ooh, Dismember on the Colonnade. Now that changes things a little bit. Plays a Colonnade.
So, interesting. I mean, now Gideon is being slowly whittled away, but it remains slowly. Since he deployed that 4th poison creature, Gideon is losing 2 loyalty a turn.
Logan
can't really see where he is in that die. Yeah, those Colonnades are... Oh.
So, Michael attacks, plays Groundswell, Logan missteps.
He keeps his Gideon alive, and
Probably
it looked like he was pointing out, "You're dead," when I attack with Gideon and Colonnade, but... Yeah, Michael's like, "Show me. Prove it to me." And I think, Logan, I don't think Logan can actually afford, because if Logan gets dismembered here...
Well, no, then, Michael loses 4 life, and that's still lethal, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. So there it is.
All right, yeah,
okay, so Logan Mize takes the match 2-0 against Michael Wetmore's red-green Infect deck. We never really saw the Infect deck get online. That game, it was doing much of what it wanted to do, but Gideon Jura came down and stopped it from doing just about anything, as Gideon is wont to do.